And just like that, with windows in, doors on, grills in place, the sun has set on our renovation, and it has grounded to an absolute halt.
The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me. Yeah.
Hello. Wagwan, pick up yourself for the day out or you're abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. And the music has started. So when I hear that, I hear shovel, I hear material, and all sorts of other popping sounds round about. And bag on, ready to head out. Go and get some more sinting. So hello there, Jam Fam tribe. We are out again, running some errands, and we are having this conversation about which fruit we would definitely, absolutely pack to move onto a very remote island that was recently discovered. And this is hypothetical. And so mine was Mommy, and Eleona's, your Eleona's was
Pineapple.
And I was trying to figure out which other fruit I would bring. And you know what? I would have to have a mango tree where I have the grafting of lots of different mango varieties on it to take with me. So I just have one tree but lots of different fruits on it. Is there a second tree you'd bring? You would bring another one? Oh gosh. Let me see. I would also bring planting. I'm going to write planting for it. Well, it's a new island we're redeveloping. It's recently discovered. People are moving there. So yeah, I'm sure we would work out a way to inhabit it nicely. But this is something that I would have to take with me on there. Those fruits. You would just pineapple you would bring. You would bring planting neither? Huh?
Because you said it's just on a main island.
Yeah, so it's far away from
electricity.
Yeah, we're going to
fire it.
Oh, we're redeveloping the island.
But you didn't
So
say
it's
that.
I didn't. Well, I highlighted it after, so I didn't say it in the beginning. So it's recently discovered, hypothetically. We're moving there, and only you have to figure out what you're going to take with you. So what would you take? Which fruit? Pineapple. Okay. So she'll take pineapple. I would take Mommy, and I would take a mango tree with lots of different variety. So tell us in the comment section, what would you take? Would you even want to go onto this remote, newly discovered island? Okay, well, somebody doesn't want to go unless they know that it have lots of convenience. So, and that's fair too. But tell us in the comment section below, what's your position on it? We're going to go off and do some stuff, some adventuring. So have a great day on your adventuring too. Door on, window in, we are going with things. Hey! Thank you. We could open the window. Window in. Hey! We're getting somewhere. This window is going to be put in. The hole is bored for the grill, but it was just waiting for the window to go up. And you can see we've got door on. We just need the little strips, the door strips, and we have grill back in place. Well, we had it on the veranda before. We're taking it off the veranda, and we're just putting them on the doors and on the windows. And that one is for the bathroom, which is in there. The ones for downstairs bathroom and kitchen area is put up. This one is replaced. Well, it's rebuilt altogether for that one because it didn't have one before. This one is the window that we had here that we blocked up, and so it's refitted. So this bit needs finishing off, and the ceiling bed for up there needs putting in. But we've moved our stuff, our bed over into here, and some of our other stuff. And I didn't get to show you the tile. Somebody wanted to know what the tile is like. So here is the tile that we have, and it put down nicely. So windows are in here, and we just need to finish off up here, so which will be done from tomorrow onwards, they'll get those stuff sorted. And this is the final one. We have the window with the grill on, put up. So the house is nicely secure again, with grills everywhere and on the windows that are low hanging and on the doors. So for those people who want to know why, I'll explain to you why we put grills on. We wanted to empty this room and bring them up to the room at the front that we move my bed and stuff over into and move Eleona's stuff. But it was packing these up in there with the ceiling bed still needing to be done and that little rail going across that needs smoothing. It already pack up, and then we have that we need smoothing on the ceiling bed. It never makes sense moving this stuff, and it's just better we just finish it off, then get in here, straighten out, and then we move your stuff, because her room is untouched. All I could do in her room is just one little plug, so we need to put in one UK plug in her room, and that's just about it. So, and that's as in her current room. So we'll have ceiling bed up here. So because of that, I don't want to cram this room up. We're still using it to store some of the electrical stuff and things like that. We don't want to cram it up with stuff, so we're just going to leave it so them can get what they need doing and finalize. And then afterwards, when everything is finished, we just change it. So Eleona room will stay that like oasis until when everything finished and just move her in. Many people who have migrated overseas and been in countries where they're not seeing a hope of grill tend to wonder why it is that Jamaica has it. But Jamaica is not alone. Wherever across the globe where colonization took place, you'll find that the homes there have a lot of grills, especially in the hotter areas. So if you go to the Indian subcontinent, for example, if you go to Africa and the wider parts of the Caribbean and some parts of South America, you will see them, because in the hotter areas people tend to leave their windows open, so you will find that you have a lot of grills. It's either that or they have the shutters, so you find that these are in place. Now, back in the day in the colonization time, it was used for their security and as a aspect of aesthetics and also a showcasing of wealth. Now, over time, people in those regions have used it for all three of those things. So many people don't like how it looks, because some people say it will just make a place look like prison. Personally, I don't like how it looks outside on the veranda, and I don't like when people put it on their windows and put it on the outside of the windows. I prefer it nicely tucked away on the inside of the windows, and also on the doors, on the inside of your doors itself. So that's what we have done. Now, when we bought this house, it had grills on the windows and grills on the veranda outside and on the back doors. So we've just removed the grills on the veranda. We have no intention to put it back there, but we do put the grills on our doors to keep it safe, because we want to have that added barrier to entry. Now, also, we tend to keep our windows open a lot because we want cool breeze in our house. And where we are situated, we have quite a few low-hanging windows, and so we want to make sure that no animal, whether the goat them, the stray goat them, or the dog them, will come around, can't enter, and no human being can't enter either. So that's an additional barrier when we left it open in our house. We better sleep or we're going out the road. Now, in the UK, we have different types of windows. It don't slide that far back. Now here, it slide all the way, okay, and open half of the window. Yes, we have the screens, but the screens only keep out insects and lizard and stuff like that. So we need to make sure that when we know we better sleep and slide all of that way, we don't need fear think say somebody can come in. Now in the UK, we have an adjustment slot for the windows, which means that some of them can only open to a certain distance and no further. So it makes it a little bit more of a challenge for animals or people to enter into your window. Besides, the houses that we've lived in, that's how it is, and we have our sleeping space upstairs. So usually and typically when we're going up from downstairs, we just lock up the windows and we open the windows upstairs, which means that people have to go through extreme lengths to be able to enter your window when you open them upstairs, and they're tend to be opened outwards. So therefore, you have the room to allow air in and circulate and keep your space cool, especially given that a lot of the houses there don't have ACs. So you therefore need to have some form of air circulation. So it's a similar model, and we just adapt to the model that we have here, since we equally keep the windows open. It's minutes to 7 now, and I've been going from morning almost non-stop. And it's moments like these when I stop to ask myself, is this project going to be finishing? Am I going to get everything in within the timeline that I've given myself? And will all the trade people be able to fulfill what they need to on this site? I'm giving you a little bit of a rundown of my day. So, got up this morning, got ready, have my list of things that I need to tick off and get. And then I had a phone call. The contractor coming, and their vehicle broke down on the way getting here. So I had to go and give them some assist so that they can, and collect some of the workers from them so that they can go and get their things sorted. So they went through that. And then I come back and I said, before I even got out of the house, I come out, and what happened? All these mornings my car has been starting, and then suddenly it did not start. I was just like, this is it, I'm going to go get myself a battery. So one of my next door neighbors told me a place, got me started and told me where I could go. So I went, got the people, come back and went to get the battery. So I got on my way to get the battery sorted. The electrician called me because he's coming to do a final list of things so we can have as much of the things done as possible, and you have the material to get it done. So went, that took us a little bit of time. Then the plumber called me and said, oh, I need this, that and that. So I said, okay, I will get those on my way back. So I had some people here working. I'm off. Part of the contract, the masonry team is off sorting out them vehicle. And then in the midst of all of that, a torrential, we haven't had rain for so long, and we're grateful for the rain to moisten up the earth a bit. A pouring down of rain happened. So of course all of the plumbing work that is supposed to be done with the piping up outside have to come to a halt. And we're trying to get as much done as we can and trying to see how we can recover. And you're just thinking, what else am I going to need to contend with? Then we had ordered a hot water tank, and so the hot water tank was delivered, and I should have gone and picked it up a couple of weeks ago now. And on the way, the plumber now decided that he's going to check to see if he can pick it up and arrange to get it to me. And what do you know? They only have one left, and the one they have left is dented, so that can't work. And so now I'm going to have to wait on their next order coming in at the end of this week, and I'm just hoping that they will have an order in before then, because we need to try and get as many things situated as possible. And so right now I'm just looking and thinking, are we going to get it done? And I'm just hoping that we will. So I'm just preparing my mind for every eventuality right now, and just giving you praise for how things have come together and how they are going, because trust me, a lot has been done. So much in the time scale that we've been working. It's admirable how much they've gotten done, and the reality of the matter is, I'm just hoping that they'll get it all situated, or as much of it as possible situated within the timeline we have left. So I'm just going to come right out and say it. We've officially hit a wall. If you've been following our journey, you'll know we've been rushing along and sprinting to get this renovation across the finishing line. We gave ourselves a strict deadline, get everything wrapped up before the UK school holidays. Well, the holidays are here, and we are officially out of time. The renovation has grounded to a halt. So make we sure now what go on. Now, to understand how we got here, we needed to share the backstory with you. So we're going to go all the way back to late April and early May. You might remember we had widespread cement shortage that hit the Jamaican supply chain. Industry data shows that the material delivery delays spiked by nearly 30% during that quarter, and unfortunately we were right in the crosshairs of that statistics. That single bottleneck set us back by weeks. In a tight renovation schedule, it's a domino effect, and so when you lose a fortnight at the start and suddenly every subsequent trade is pushed out of the window, and therefore you keep losing time. We don't even mention the previous phase delay that ate up months of our time, as you well know before. So now, to give credit where it's due, an incredible amount of work has happened. But as any renovator will tell you, it's that final 10% that tests your patience. And then there is the mammoth task of the deep post-build clean before anyone can actually occupy this space comfortably. Look, we were ambitious, we were optimistic, and we were also pragmatic. And yeah, we're a bit disappointed that we haven't crossed the finishing line in the time frame that we set. We desperately wanted to show you a complete finished product before the summer break, but genuinely, mentally, we were prepared for this possibility. We knew that if all the odds were played, it would be finished. Nevertheless, the odds were lined up against us, and we needed to be logical, realistic, and pragmatic. We've managed the expectations and accepted that the finish line is just a bit further down the road. And just like that, with windows in, doors on, grills in place, the sun has set on our renovation, and it has grounded to an absolute halt. This is where we got to, and we will definitely give you a proper reveal once we pick up again and finish off everything. So bear with me until such a time. One thing is for sure, we are exhausted. Renovation burnout is real, and studies actually show that over 60% of people find home renovation highly stressful, and we've definitely felt that pressure lately. So we've made the decision. We're pausing. We'll take a much needed good long rest. We are going to enjoy the school break, recharge our batteries, and then come back at it with fresh eyes. And before you know it, we'll reconvene and you will see what the projects look like all pulled together, because there will still be work being done in the background even whilst we are taking a needed break. So we thank you so much for taking on the highs and the lows with us. We want to say enjoy your summer, and we'll see you in a few weeks with the final push on this project. But we will also be sharing some of our summer events with you so that we can continue to experience life together. Tell us what's been your highs and or your lows as we went through this process. We would really like to hear from you. We want to say thank you so much to those people who have stuck with us, whether you watch us consistently no matter what we turn out, or you watch us for our bills or for some of the topical issues that we talk about on here. We just want to thank you for spending time with us and for joining us on our journey and our adventure and partaking in our experiences as we're living them and sharing and showcasing them with you. That we like to make it clear and balance the experience that we're having and sharing all of the sides. And when we do need to complain or whine about something, we try to do it as sophisticated as it possibly can humanly be done. And so we appreciate you spending all of these times with us. We are grateful.
The Jam Fam family. Where I living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me. The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me, yeah, yeah, yeah. The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Want to say bye for now. Do take care, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. And until next time, remember, walk good.